Bum, 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 bum. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, God. Who's that? Bevan? I don't know what your name is there, mate. What's your name? Bevan? Is it Bevan? 2003? Why 2003? What's that mean? Is that when you was born? 2003? Really? Well, you're like 23. Bloody hell. I'm old, mate, I tell you. Oh, you're hiding your age. How old are you then? I don't matter to me. 40. You're as mad as me then. And you're as sad and lonely as me. I like doing them because it's just like I laugh. I watch all the London Marathon stuff and I'm loving it. I'm obviously watching one now. This one here. Oh, it's on Bluetooth now. How do I turn the Bluetooth off? How do I turn that? There we go. I love it. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do it next year. I'm more, I thought about it all week. I'm definitely going to do it. I don't care what it costs. I'm going to do it. I want to do it with my son. I don't care. F the money. Don't care. I want to do it. He ran it, didn't he? And it was just a mad day. I've done it before, so it's not like something I've not done before. But I just love it. Love that. Like, imagine just like running with my son. I mean, like, how can you do that? That's just amazing. What? By the way, YouTube, listen to this. If I think it's a stupid question, I'm ignoring you. If I think you're being rude, I'm going to ignore you now. So you'll learn out very quickly what about I'm thinking of whether I'm going to respond to you. The end. Can you sulk at that? Yep. No, not you. Not you. You say it every time. I'm pretty sure I come every line. Do you think 29's old? Do you think this is old? Do you think that's... Mate, do us a favour. Just come on, tell me what you do, innit? And what you do in the UK, maybe give me a ring. We'll have a chat on the phone when I'm driving. I don't care. Maybe you don't want that. Maybe that's not what you want to do. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm the best person in the world, but I might have something you might find useful in it. But there you go. You're a mechanic, are you? Mad, mate. Why do you want to be a mechanic? You want to be an estate agent. What do you work on then? Where are you based? Are you in the UK? And what do you work on? What sort of cars do you work on? I think working on cars is flipping hard. Nightmare. They had a Golf in. No, I love cars. I like cars. I had a Lotus Cortina when I was 17. I sold it to buy my house. I had to sell it. My dad said, you need to buy this house. Obviously don't want to listen to your dad. They don't know what they're talking about, do they? Because they're old. Had 1600Es, 2.8 Capris, Golf convertibles, all loads of cars, mate. Loads of cars. I'm not into new modern supercars. They don't interest me at all. But if you're a petrol head, how am I doing? Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, I've got bad news. I'm about 777. I'm flying, mate. Oh, mate, I'll tell you what, Sunday's just done my nutting. Sunday's just done me. All I can think about now is London Marathon. I've got to get going. I've got trouble with my right knee. And I bought one of these things off Amazon, these, I don't know, it's like a strap thing, it goes round and it's got a hole at the front. I think that's the patella. Got a hole at the front. And it's all right, but I'm going to ignore it. Mate, he done brilliant. 4 hours 30. I mean, obviously, look, you know, we have to add a bit of perspective here. He ain't as good as me. Obviously, I'm 3/4 of an hour quicker. Oh, look at that. I was 3/4 of an hour quicker than him. 3:47. No, sorry. I wasn't 3. That'd be 45, wouldn't it? I was 43 minutes quicker than him. But he's only 30, you know, he's got plenty of time. And I think he'd beat me now. But, you know, yeah, well, you retire when you're on top, don't you? You don't worry about these young whippersnappers, you just retire and you think, yeah, I'm retired now. Anyway, sorry, what was I saying? Yeah, but, oh, Enfield, I know Enfield. Was those like 5 grand? Nah, they were about 30 grand. Now they're about 10 times the price. But this is the point. Houses, to me, every 10 years, they almost double. They almost double every 10 years. And what makes me laugh, all you lot want Netflix, Canada Moose, Mongoose, Moncler, shit, Rolexes, Tag Heuers, you want all that crap. No, you don't. Bricks and mortar. Bricks and mortar only go up. There, ask your aunt, ask your nan, the oldest person you know, ask them how much their first house was, if they own their house, how much their second house, and I'll tell you that, unless they got dementia, they will exactly know. Mate, don't start me on the fucking labels, excuse my language. It's bollocks, isn't it? I'm doing it again, I need 10p in a pot here. I'll go to Blue Water to charge my car, and you know what, everyone's in there, fucking badges, labels, I'm like, mugs. You got all these labels for what? Now I think, I don't know, do I need to advertise how well I'm doing financially? No. Was it wealth? Money shouts, wealth whispers. You make it as you want. You say, nah, you're boring, old man. You need, don't ignored. Well, I can't really, I could, can you not ignore would be correct. If you're going to troll me, mate, you need to troll me right. You only put a full stop, you only had the courtesy to put a capital at the front, so feck off. There we go. That's my fault. You do what you want. Anyway, no, these are my faults, aren't they? Don't listen to me. I'm an old boring git, aren't I? Get turned on about running. Run the marathon, do that sort of stuff, innit? But you know, you do what you want, you know, you go, oh no, I've always wanted a Porsche, get one, innit? But, oh yeah, of course it is. Of course it's easier. It was easier. Well, no, it wasn't easier. We still had the same amount of money. I mean, I think I was on 40 quid a week when I first went to work. You know, and houses were 30 grand. You do the maths. I don't know. Yes, they are more money. Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, hang on. If anything, then what you're saying is when you went back to 13, you couldn't have a credit card. You were saving all that you can. You had 5 Saturday jobs, 25 paper rounds. You'd done as much work as you could. You didn't go out and your mates smashing windows up the allotment. None of that. You didn't go out chasing girls. You just went work. I want money, because I want to buy my first flat. I don't want to live in my flat. I want to rent that out, and I want to live with my mum and dad's because it's threepence. I know people don't do that, innit? They want to get a Canada Moose, don't they? Look, they want to look. Do you know what? Do you want to look? I think, you know. Do I want to look healthy or be healthy? Do I want to look wealthy or be wealthy? The end, isn't it? You do what you want to do. Don't listen to me. I'm boring, aren't I? And I'm not. I acknowledge it's hard. I acknowledge it is really, really hard. You know, but if it's really, really hard, so what are people doing? What are you youngsters doing? Are you sort of shunning all the brands, all the badges? You're shunning everything other than saving hard and working hard. You got, and I ask people, I say, well, how much can you get then? How much can you borrow? I don't know. I go, well, hang on a minute. So you're just going to make these statements, it's too dear, but you don't know what you can borrow. Why don't you buy a house? You can have 4 people on the deed, you know that? So really, you could have 4 mates, you could buy a 4-bedroom house, couldn't you? 4 of you. 4 wages. And you've got to have the agreement. And really, why do you want to move in it? Once you 4 of you have got a place, all you do is you literally rent it out to be paying your debt. Then you can still go on your holidays. And it's all to do with skills, isn't it? Surely, is everyone saying, well, everyone at your age has never bought a house? If you're 30, you're saying no 30-year-olds have ever bought a house that you know of. If you're 25, you don't know of any 25. There aren't been any. And what have they done differently? You know, have they got more skills? And would you also say there is someone that's earning more money than you? You know what I mean? Well, you're better than me because I don't know what I mean. But then, look, you know, don't listen to me. Do not listen to me. I just think you need to make your own mind up, don't you? What you think is good and bad, and is going to make you, when you're older, like happy, isn't it? Well, the thing is, I think with renting somewhere, the problem with that is I'm sort of paying my landlord's mortgage, aren't I? And what do you do when my landlord dies? He dies and the family come up and say, look, you know, Dad's passed away. Oh, I'm really sorry about that. You go to his funeral now, and family say, well, do you want to buy the house? You know, you'll go, I ain't got the money. I don't know. You know, if someone can afford to buy a property, I don't understand why people, and I've seen many people, they get, I don't know, some aunt or something dies, and all they're doing is arguing about the money, innit? Well, I want my share. You know, I'm thinking, why don't they all keep it? They've got an asset, so there's no debt on it. Is it unencumbered? Is it unencumbered? Unencumbered. Rent it out, but they haven't had it, so don't touch the money. Let the pot build up, and then remortgage it. Remortgage it for a chunk. You know, if it's worth, say there's 4 of you, and it's worth 200 grand, get 50 grand each, or 40 grand each. The rent will be paying it. You still own the asset, and you've got your 50 grand or 40 grand. But people have the money. Once you've got the money, waste time. Put 100 quid in your pocket, soon goes. Have 100 quid in shares or something, you can't spend it. Again, that's what I think. Don't listen to me. I'm an old man. Obviously, old people don't have a clue what they're talking about. Well, we're talking about houses, I think. Yeah, but once you rent, the moment you move out from your mum and dad's, right, and you rent, how will you ever be able to afford it? State of the country, I think the country's great, mate. Don't worry about the state of the country, worry about the state of your bank account, your cholesterol, your spleen, your liver, your kidneys, your bowels, your bladder, your joints. I don't mean these, I mean your joints around you, your mind, what's that like, and what's your stresses like. Don't worry about, you know, what the country's like. I can imagine anywhere's horrible, isn't it? Wherever you live in the world, it's horrible because you've got to go to work, isn't it? No one gives you money. This is where the problem starts. What? What starts? Look, everybody will have opinions. Your mum and dad will have opinions. You know, I know people, and listen to this. I took my motorhome in for its MOT, and my mate, well, someone I know, come in. All right. You know, I was going to do a live, and he come in. I thought, oh, bloody hell, he's playing the arse. Anyway, chatting to him, and his mum and dad had a council place, and his mum passed away, and they said to the dad, why don't you buy the place, Dad? No, I'm not going to buy it. What about if the boiler goes? What about? They went, Dad, don't worry about it. Anyway, they sort of talked him into it. Oh, when his mum was alive, that's right. No, we don't want to buy it. We're worried. We're too worried this, worried that. Anyway, in the end, he eventually bought it. And at the funeral, at his mum's funeral, you know what his dad said? Oh, I knew that. Best thing I ever done was buying that house, council house. And he just started, I laughed. I didn't say, none of us said anything. He's, I think he's got two brothers and a sister. None of them said a word. They all just like secretly looked at one another and went, but you know, you might not. You might go, oh no, my mate bought a house and it was so much hassle, and but I don't know. And it is expensive. I am not saying it's going to be easy. No way. I think the trouble is if you get to like, I don't know, if you ain't lucky enough to be financially sorted, i.e. with your mindset, by the time you're 15, 16, the moment you can get a bit of credit, I just think most people seem to like, they go like, you know, I don't know, man who just wants everything, innit? Can I borrow? And I'll get this credit card and get another credit card, and then you just get in such a pickle. You've got to get out of pickle, innit? The only pickle to be in is a Branston, innit? But, you know, again, you know, these are my thoughts, aren't they? You shouldn't listen to me. You should do your own things, innit? How old was I moved out from my parents? Oh, I don't know, mate. So 20 odd, 25 or something like that, I suppose. 20. We moved in together in the house we had. Because my dad said, oh, you got to buy this house. And I didn't want a house, did I? I wanted to go to Ibiza with my mates and playing with girls and stuff. And, you know, and I thought, I don't know, actually, he's probably right, really. And I've always been a worker. I've always been like, you know, work from, I used to work in the morning from like 7 in the morning till like about 11 o'clock at night. Down the garage, always have a car I was doing up. No one gave it to me. But obviously, you know, people now go, oh, it's not like you've been given the business. It's like, well, what would much of my dad giving it to Battersea Dogs Home then or something, really? Does that mean, so if anyone says that, so if you, I don't know, you've got a house or stuff you've got, literally in your will, you're going to say, no, my kids ain't having it. I don't understand that. Wouldn't you think surely your mum and dad should give you your house? Or they don't have to, but if they had assets, what do you, and well, you'd think, yeah, I don't want that because that bloke on the internet, I don't even know, he was given it, so he's out of order. Yeah, you should encourage your mum and dad to spend it while they're here, but I don't know. Hello. Age 30 is a bit too young. Depends how much money you've got, I suppose, isn't it? I'd rather buy us another country. But how you can look after it? You don't, I'll tell you what, yeah, but the boiler goes, you literally want to live next door. The best house is the one that, actually you're best having a house where it's like two flats and you rent the top, or you live in the top one and rent the bottom one, isn't it? You know, I don't know, oh, the window don't work, you can go there and do it. If you get an estate agent and go and do it, this is another thing, people do it, oh yeah, I'll get them to manage it. Why would you get an estate agent to manage your property? Why? What's that all about? Have you not got arms? Have your arms disappeared? Where have your arms gone up your backside? I don't get it. Just look after it, innit? Shit, I've got to do something. That's just reminded me. I always forget to do stuff. I've got to do something quite serious and I've forgotten to do it. God, that's hurting my leg now. I'll take it off. Yeah, look, these are my faults. The only thing I know, right? The only thing I know in my life that's appreciated with such great amount is property. No car. I don't know of any car that's actually gone up in value. Apart from a Morgans have. I don't know of any sort of like supercar. I'm not into supercars. And probably like Tom Hartley, like he wants to go, yeah, don't spend 250 grand on a Lambo or a Bentley. Buy a house. Like he's going to say that, isn't he? And what, you're going to buy these expensive things? Yeah, I'm alright, thank you. My son done the marathon. I don't know if you know that. I've bored everyone. Yeah, I bought this. Look, this is pucker. That's better than any Lamborghini, isn't it? It's good for my knee. Alright. What? His circuits are going up? What do you mean? Yeah, my son done a marathon, well placed, well proud of him. First marathon, 4 hours 30. But you know, you've all got you shouldn't agree with me. You know, I'm me, you're you. You should have different values, different, you know, beliefs and different things you think are right. You know, I'm not preaching to anyone. I'm saying my thoughts are when I go to Bluewater to charge my car, I see so many young people with so many nice clothes on. I'm going, wow, and I see these kids, they're getting in cars that are like, I don't know, brand new cars. I know they're leasing them, but they've still got to pay the finance. They've still got to pay for it. And when they say about like, give up Netflix, people go, "Oh, I ain't going to be our highest." You don't understand. It's the mindset. You're going, "Well, I want Sky Glass. I want the latest phone. Yeah, I want this. I want." I don't know. It's almost like people are living well beyond their means. I think my means should be put away for savings. And all right, am I going to live forever? No. But would I rather be stress free when I'm here? Yes. But you don't have to. But how do you? Well, I bought it off because of my knees. When I went up to the marathon, I think, God, my knee is hurting big time. It's like it's down the front, but sort of down the left-hand side of the front on my right knee. Don't know what it is. And I've had both my ACLs done. And you know, because I'm a runner, obviously Monday night you had to go out and run 5 miles. You know, you had to do that. You know, it's like, well, your leg ain't going to get any better. Anyway, I've done it. And after about 1.5 miles, it was magic. It felt alright. I thought, I'm cured now. And then I bought this. I thought, I'm going to buy this and just see what I do. Do you know what? One big regret. I wished I had good knees. I wished I had just brushed my teeth, and I wished I had good knees. My knees are there, but they're not the best. I can't do anything about it. You know, I want some new knees. I might do a crowdfunding thing, get me some new knees. I bet you can have new knees, can't you? But then you couldn't run. I know someone had a hip and he's like, you mustn't run, and he's running again. You can't give it up. It's mad, isn't it? It's probably like a bit like George Best, when you know, had a liver transplant and then he's been told no drinking, he drunk and he passed away, didn't he? Our addictions are naughty, really, aren't they? Son looks like me. Yeah, someone said I can't really see it, but you know, he's taller than me, isn't he? Bloody hell, he's about how much taller than me now. I'm like, Christ, is he mine? I mean, fair enough. I think we had a very tall window cleaner. I mean, maybe he's his. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to question. Maybe I'll have to ask for a paternity test. Yeah. Do you know what, mate? I'm so proud of both my kids. They've never given me any hassle. You know, I've never borrowed any money or anything there. They've always paid back, or I've said, no, don't worry. You know, I think if you borrow money, if it's your kids or anything, if you go, no, don't worry about it, that's fine. I've decided I'm going to start eating onions like apples. Why? It make your breath stink, won't it? Won't it make you cry though? Are there many nice places I'm mentioning more in Plumstead? No way, mate. Plumstead's a bit of a... It's alright. Was I scared though end up as a gang member? No, not really. My son ain't into cars. That, do you know what? That is music. That is music to my mindset. Music to my mindset. Love it. Love it. My daughter's always had like 2-3 jobs, always. My son worked really hard at uni. Really hard, and got he come out of a 2-1 or something. Is it 2-1? What the extra 2-1 anyway? Nearly got a first, just didn't quite get a first. But he's an accountant now, you know, and good job. Was it hard work? Yeah. He didn't really go and get pissed a lot when he was at uni. So, you know, they're a bit like me really. They're both sensible. Yeah, they're just a bit sensible really. You know, they don't, my son works everything out, you know, all this sort of stuff, which is, he's probably a little bit of a worrier, but you know what, I'd rather him be like that than be like me, a bit blasé. Oh, fuck it, who cares? You know, I'd rather him be like that. I'd rather him be a bit of a worrier and a bit methodical. And there's nothing wrong with anything if you're like a bit blasé or a bit methodical. It's just, that's your nature, isn't it? That's your nature. Maybe that's being an accountant. Maybe it's the accountant thing in him makes him do that. But they are good. They're good kids, you know, so I ain't got no complaints. Does he make? I don't know what he makes. I don't. I ain't gonna tell you, am I? That's private. It doesn't matter what he makes, does it? You should be proud. You should say, oh yeah, he done the marathon. You should be more chuffed at that and worrying what he makes. People worry too much about. I don't think I asked anyone how much they earn. I don't really care. You know, why whatever you earn, I don't need to know. Right, that's private. I'm from Monaco, hello. Why not say you should be proud of your son? Why not say you should? I am proud of my son. Why not say you should be? Why not say you should be proud of your salary? How can you be proud of your salary? That's just a salary. You know, you can be proud of things. You can be proud of, like, I'm proud of him doing the marathon. I'm proud of him doing well at university. I'm proud that he's doing really well. That's good for me. You want your kids to do well, don't you? Who would not want their mate to do well? Anybody. Who would actually want someone to have downfall? Really? Well, you're pleased when someone breaks down their car or something, or they've got health problems or something like that. No, that's odd. Anyone who comes in my life, if they get a new job or something, I'm well chuffed. I'm like, oh, excellent. You know, how you doing? You know, or they're doing well. I think, great. You know, I've been training for whatever and I'm doing it. It's fantastic. That's pretty good. Let's congratulate that, isn't it? What's that? I've got 4 children on their own houses. Good on you, mate. It just shows you've done it right, doesn't it? Is that June? Hello. I think my day's been alright. It's been, yeah, right. Actually, I go some walk with some laurels. We bought all these laurels, had them put in. So this company come along and do them. But now I'm thinking, only plants, quite dear. Anyway, I thought it was quite dear for plants. Anyway, and then we haven't watered them, and it's like, ah, shit, they've got a bit brown. So we've been going down. We sent one of the staff down to, like, can you water them, on his way in? And you know, I've decided, well, every couple of days I'll have to go and give them a water. They said, the company said, no, if you scrape the bark off and it's green, it's okay. Just the leaves have gone brown on it. Don't enough things like that. Oh, you shouldn't call you lazy. Sound like me. Most people don't walk in the house and aging around 5. But why would you want to hand them 500 grand? I have no problem with a debt. You know, mortgage. What's wrong with a mortgage? I say, I just thought I was going to buy another place. I'd get a mortgage. Why would you buy cash? I ain't got the cash anyway. What's wrong with a mortgage? Well, because it's debt. No, I think that's good debt. And I'm amazed people retire, get a lump sum, and they're desperate to pay the mortgage off, isn't it? It's like, why are you doing that? The interest rate on a mortgage is like peanuts. Go and get a loan. You're talking, I don't know. What's a mortgage? A mortgage ain't like 10%, is it? Your debt on a mortgage is like 5%, and you're gonna spend all your savings to get out of that debt. When like a bank loan is, you're talking, what are you talking? 8. If you're real top credit, you're talking like 8%, isn't you? You definitely have the cash. No, I don't. I'll tell you what. If you've got 500 grand cash, I'll tell you what. If you've got if someone's got 100 grand cash, right, they're in a flipping good position. I'm telling you now, really good position. No, you never do. Gifting suspended and live visibility restricted. I'm obviously going to get a ban soon, aren't I? Well, you're incredibly wealthy. Right, so 200 grand. I think me personally, I'd say you should have put that into it. If you were able to save that, whenever you had, say, like 40 or 50, or when you had, the moment I had enough to deposit it, I would have bought another place or something. I would have just put that down. But that's me. You know, you shouldn't do that because maybe you didn't want to do that, or maybe you did do that. I don't know. But I think what you're getting in the bank, and I think Vanguard. I don't understand what Vanguard is. I don't understand them investment-y things. Do I know Thamesmead? Yeah, I went down the gym down there. You know the Thamesmere pool. I remember when stage 1 was there. You know the lake. My dad took me down there. Me and my sister and my brother, and we took our little bikes. Cycled around there, and we took that, and I tell you, it was lovely. It had all these like posts with lights on, and it was just, you know, absolutely brilliant. Really quite nice because it was quite new. I don't know when it was it 74? I think it might have been late 60s. I think Thamesmead was designed to bring the people out of the slums in London, wasn't it? I think. Oh, that's what the idea of it was, to become a slum, though, isn't it? Yeah, my dad took me down. It was really quite nice, but there's some quite nice bits down there now, isn't there? But there's obviously some crappy bits as well. And sometimes I go down there, and if I'm early, like then at 5 o'clock or something, what I do is I'll go out and run along the river. Because it's nice and flat. So I run along the river. But yeah, I know Thamesmead. Thamesmead's only down the road, isn't it, really? But yeah, Thamesmead's alright. It's nothing to do with the buildings, is it? It's the people. It's the few bad people. Have you seen it all down by the lake? All that now, all the Peabody stuff. There's all these new flats. They're mad. Look back, full of wisdom. Yeah, whatever. I show. Don't know what it is, mate. Mortgage is 19%. You're talking about no rubbish. 19%. No, what's the base rate then? It can't be. Use your mortgage. Wherever you have a, I say I'd say have a repayment mortgage personally. You mustn't listen to this. Put your fingers in your ears. I personally think you should have a repayment mortgage. I like repayment. My dad always said have a repayment mortgage because it's like a standard loan. You can see it coming off, and it's really annoying though because you pay for like I don't know, say 10 years before anything starts to come off the principal, doesn't it? Because the interest. My understanding, a variable rate mortgage is about 1.25 above base. Well, it used to be. What is it now then? And you tell him, what's the base rate at the moment? I say, I don't know. I don't really follow it. But what's the base rate at the moment? 2%? No, it's probably about. Is it 2.75% at the minute? I think. I don't know. You have to learn, Gary, to make money using money. Don't want to learn. What do I want to learn for? Can't I learn that I'm not hungry and I don't need it, mate? I don't want the chase anymore. I don't do the chase. I've never chased because I've always thought having means is good. Means gives me peace of mind. Whether it's my exercising, my exercising in the bank or money in the bank or leaving early or getting up early. I always give myself peace of mind and no stress, isn't it? I know my car's going to go wrong, so I have to save up for repairs, don't I? It's not free. Repairing my car isn't a problem, but paying the bill, that's the pain in the arse. Look at my Transit. The injectors went, what was it, 1,700 quid? No, sorry, it was 1,698. £98.40 or something. So it's like, what? Say it had been 2,700 quid or 5,700 quid, you know what? It doesn't matter. It's hard luck. Whether you think it's a lot of money or not, it doesn't alter the invoice. So yes, of course I'm going to go, oh, that's a lot of money, but it's a lot of money, but I've got to pay it. The end. I think, just make sure you've got plenty of savings. That way then, and if you can't afford to save, okay, that's a very valid response. So the thing that you own, that you drive about, which gets you to work, and it goes wrong, what are you going to do when it goes wrong? Are you not going to go to work? If you say I'm not going to go to work, you don't need to save. If you say no, I need to go to work, I'm alright, thank you. Tony, you said hello. What's my favourite holiday? Cruises, I suppose. I like my motorhome, but I like cruises as well. I like cruises. You can just eat like a pig, eating as much as I want to eat because I'm a bit of a pig. But it's a bit odd, isn't it? Why would you say that? I'd rather flush it down the bog. Not sure why you would want to save your right. But I'll always say it. You shouldn't. You should listen to me. You might think I'm wise, but you should research what I'm saying. If you think what I'm saying is right, you should. Have you checked out what I'm saying? Am I is it correct what I'm saying? Is it aligned with your values? That's what I think. Don't think it's worth saving. What, money? Cruise, yeah. Cruises. Going in July, and then in September we're going on Britannia. I don't know whether that's in July. Then we're going on Queen Anne. We went on it last year, but we were in November. Miles too late. Alright, Sam. I'll never go in November again. It was nice down the Canaries. I don't know what is that. Not Madeira. Round the Canaries, like Tenerife and Lanzarote. It was lovely. So we're going there in October. All inclusive. I don't think I've ever been all inclusive. I'll probably come back the size of a house, won't I? When you go all inclusive, can you eat like 24 hours a day, or is it like the restaurants only open certain times? I've never been all inclusive, never. This is the first time, so it'd be like, oh. And do they give you the crap stuff? If you ask for a Coke, they sort of like give you that much water and they put a little bit of brown liquid in the top, and it's just like your mum would have made it, you know, when you looked up and it was like you could see through it. It was like squash and it was just like water. When your mum weren't in, you like chuck loads of it. Do you remember that? They used to make this orange, it was like, it weren't concentrated, it was like super, it was like tar. I can't remember, I don't think it was Robinson, a glass bottle. And you probably can't sell it now, it's probably like Sunny D on steroids. But that was great, it used to be so sweet. You used to chuck loads in. But when my mum weren't in, wasn't it? They'd always say, oh, this has gone down. Some people have snacks, are they? See, I've never been, I don't know. It don't. It put it this way. It's fine. It's fine. You know, we'll be. I'm going with my son and daughter, my daughter-in-law, my son-in-law, my girlfriend, and the 2 grandchildren. So, just great. Monday to Monday we're going. I'm just half term week. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking at all my holidays. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Gran Canaria, that's where we're going, I think. Gran Canaria. I want to say there's this bit sort of down, I think it's down the bottom somewhere, and it was like quite a busy area, I think. I don't know, yeah, who cares. It's like somewhere, it's not here, it's like, I don't know, over there, that way somewhere hot. And it should be quite nice that time. Well, we went in November and we're there, it was like, you could definitely wear shorts during the day. Absolutely. In November, I was like, wow. You know, and usually like it's bloody freezing here, isn't it? Oh yeah, a villa. Treat yourself then. I've never fancied a place abroad though. I know people have got places abroad, and it's like over here, a lot of people buy a static or something, don't they? I'd rather have a motorhome, you know, because I can go touring around. Now we've got a little car, put a little Fiat 500 and I love it. Absolutely love it. Hello. And we towed this little Fiat. It was great because last time we went, actually the time before, I said I'm going to go and do park run. I looked at it and I thought, well, it's 3 miles. Do I want to run it? I was going to tempt you to run it, and then I thought, I can't bother to run it, do the park run, then run back. And I was going to say to her, come and meet me, and we we're going to do something. Bring some baby wipes, so I'll give myself a clean. And I didn't. I took the little car. It's great. Just looked at a couple, just drove to park run, done park run, drove back. And then the weekend, it was like, just Saturday morning, it was like, I'm going to do park run. I drove down the road to park run. It was annoying though, because it was a crash. Well, more annoying for people being in a crash. So the road was shut. It was like, oh God, I don't know where I'm going. No, luckily, thank God for sat navs. If you didn't have sat navs, it'd be like, how'd you get there? Well, you'd have to get a map out, wouldn't you? Have to get a map, and then you look. Well, where do we go? The good thing, sat nav, it tells you, doesn't it? It shows you on the map where you're going. But I like that. I like my motorhome. Either that, I would say, you get a cheap caravan. Might have a caravan for sale. I'll have to see if my daughter wants it. I know if she don't want it, I'll get rid of it. But I like caravans and motorhomes. Nah. Puerto Rico, is it? Puerto Rico. I've been there on a cruise. I'm sure it's Puerto Rico. It was a bit of a. This is brilliant. This stuff. It was a place, I think, where the cruise, everyone had to get off because it was a San Juan. Oh God, that's itching. I've been scratching that like mad. It's itching now. Sore. I want to say San Juan. I don't know why. Is that Puerto Rico? But it was a bit. Didn't really like it really. We got taken to this place and just. There was a calf in the middle of this jungle somewhere. It was horrible. Best part. Jan's. What's Jan's? Oh. Can't believe I found your car. It's got to follow to my house. Really? What, tomorrow morning? Well, I'll leave at 5, so let me know when you want to follow. Go and get me number and give me a ring, innit? At least tell me you're going to do what you're going to do to me. Give me the pleasure of knowing what you're going to do to me. You're going to follow me to my house. Imagine that, mate. If that's your excitement for the week, I'm saying you need to get out more. I think you need to get off your phone. And there's a big wide world out there. You know your front door. You know when you open it, because you probably work from home. When you open your front door, that is the world. and you go out your drive and you go left or right. Well, unless it's a brick wall. If it's a dead end, you might not be able to go right. But let's say you can go left. You go left, and get down the end of that road, and maybe do a left or right, and then go down there, and then get to a roundabout and go, I'll take the fourth exit. You know, do that and find your way to a ferry, a port, or an airport. It will be 2 minutes. Oh, I'm quaking in my boots now. You need to ring me more than 72 times. Can I make a food review for burgers? No. Look out for a grey Volvo. I would look out for all cars, mate. If I'm driving along, there's a car in front, I'll look out for it. I mean, that's what I do. You may not. You may just like go, bang, oh never mind, mate. But I tend to watch what I'm going, where I'm going. Check. Oh. Little Venice. You'll have a nice, great time, mate. It's good going on holiday, isn't it? It's lovely going to Gatwick and get on the plane. I don't understand how people can be late. When we go to, I think we go from Stansted. I've been from Stansted, I think. Quite like Stansted, actually. We're going from Stansted. I'm going, right, I think everyone has their own tickets. There's no, like, one person in charge of the tickets. No. You meet up the week before. There's yours, there's yours, there's ours, there's yours. And what you do, you get there and you don't care where the others are. What's the point of me ringing? Where are you? It's like, no. If you're an adult, you know the time we're going, you know the flight, you've got your tickets. If you don't turn up, what am I going to ring you? What, say I'll ring you and you can't make it, what am I going to do? Oh, I'm not going to go. No, I'm off. I'm going. Bye. I'm going. See ya. I'm off. Make sure it's just something serious, because I don't really want to miss my holiday, alright? So if it's something serious, I'll be annoyed. If it's not serious, see you in a week's time. You're not going for a week, so I ain't going to miss them, am I? Eat cheeseburger and lights? No. Too much talking here, not enough reading messages. I'm not really, I sort of half read them and half read them. YouTube and TikTok I'm doing too. So, how can I pay if you don't make food reviews? Why would you want to pay me? Terror attack in London, is it? Oh. No, I don't watch the news, mate. I don't watch the news, don't watch the telly. I don't know. I probably need to really just do one live, don't I? Just one. I need to go, right, I'll do YouTube or TikTok. I've got 1,000 followers now. I still can't monetize YouTube. I'm not fussed though. You know, someone said, oh, when you get to 1,000, and I've checked in the studio, and it says this earn or something, little earn, a dollar sign, and I still can't do it, which is good. I don't want to do it anyway. No, hello. I'm going to go in a minute. 5 minutes, I'm buggering off. But yeah, apologies when people are talking. Well, the only thing is, right, honestly, YouTube, I get a lot of weird people. They're very immature, weird people, and what they do is they just comment stupid stuff in it. Stansted. Oh yeah, where are you off to? I'm going to my girlfriend's. I'm off to my girlfriend's. I haven't seen her. I didn't see her last weekend because my son done the marathon. I don't know if you knew that. You know, I just want to make sure I point and telling everyone. Well proud. But yeah, he done that, so I didn't see her last weekend. I didn't see her the Wednesday either because we was away, and like we probably had enough of each. And people are unhinged, mate. They're not even unhinged. They're not even hinged, are they? They've never even been hinged. Actually, a lot of people on here are on Hinge. Is there a dating site called Hinge? Is it Hinge? I don't, they're just unhinged, though. Can you imagine? I was thinking that if I were on my own, I would never do dating. I couldn't be bothered. Well, mate, I'm so proud of him, so proud. I've done it before, and obviously I know that I'm, you know, obviously I was better than him. Obviously I had a better, faster time, but you know, that's obvious, isn't it? Because I'm elite, and I'm an elite sort of runner. So, and I was sweating at one point. I thought, she should beat my time, but you know, it was safe. Don't know why I was even worried. It was safe. But that's banter. That's good banter. We got a 5k in May race, and that'd be good because I beat him last time, and he could see me, but I was just too strong. And then He beat me just before I went on my holiday. We done a park run the Saturday before I went on my cruise, and he ruined my holiday, ruined my holiday, ruined my year. My year was ruined because he beat me at park run, and I went, I can't believe it. But he'd been training for marathon, you see, because he'd been training for the marathon. He'd been putting the miles in, hadn't he? So that, and running is you against the clock. It's you against the clock. So some people are just going to do better than others, aren't they? I don't know why I want to do it. I've never particularly liked a marathon. Oh, yeah, I was well pleased. What am I driving? A Tesla. It was just nice going and watching it. Do you know what? That Sunday to me, Sunday. You know I say like highs and lows. Sunday was this. Sunday was so high on my like. That's a wicked thing. That was like the best thing. One of the best things ever, isn't it? Seeing that's up there in all my like, these are really good things. My kids being born, getting married, you know, going out with my girlfriend. That's up there. That is up there with my like, you know, one day when I got dementia, I remember. Well, I probably will, because you remember like years ago, don't you? So hopefully my dementia will take me back to then. I'll be happy with that. You know, I was well pleased. Very lots of happy tears. You know, we found him in the All Scars Parade, give him a hug, and you know, I didn't say I've got to move because I'm going to cry, but I said I'll be back in a minute, and I disappeared off into the crowd a little bit, and just stood back. I stood back and I was watching them all, you know, like my wife, my granddaughter, my daughter, and that, watching them all with him, you know, and I thought, you know, that's my son there. And you know, I looked around, there's all these people, all got different stories, you know, they're all running for different causes, and I couldn't believe this year, hardly any, didn't see many club colours. You know, you normally see like, you know, Serpentine or Cambridge Harriers or Wisbech joggers or something, you know, like, but there weren't many. It seemed like loads of people were in sort of charity things. You know, my son was running for Wessex Teenage Cancer Trust. Brilliant cause. He raised 3,400, but I think there's 400 to be added to that with the gift aid thing. So he raised like 3,800. He had to raise three was the benchmark. They said that you need to raise 3,000. It's too much. But London Marathon are greedy. They charge the charity £1,000 and that ain't ball. I know it's fact. £1,000 what do you call it? Is he seriously going to park there? He ain't going to park there and not charge, surely. I know he's going to try and charge. He's miles away from it. They'll have to move over. Oh, hang on. Will he get it plugged in? Oh yeah. Some people, and it's like that. It's quite high. But then I suppose actually someone wouldn't walk into it, would they? They'd go under it. But I suppose I should go really. I've to see my girlfriend tonight. So yeah, no, that for me, that was a really good day, wasn't it? The tube. How can anybody? If you work in London, I'm like, how the heck you need? I tell you what, I think it's my daughter sent us a video, and it's someone on, I think it was Instagram. It was about we need medals. You know, our supporters need medals, and it's like, yeah, we're checking the app. Oh, hang on, the app's frozen. It's like, yeah, we're down on this station and we're doing this, and I thought it was exactly like that. It was exactly. How did we ever get on with our mobile phones? You know, how did we ever find people? How did we ever find anyone? Because like that, you just send a location. Let's send a location. Oh, that's where they are. We walk up to there, and you know, and really like all this tap and pay. But if you worked in London, going on them undergrounds, I'm like, you're a hero. I couldn't do it. I'd give up and live in a tent. I think I couldn't do it. It was just like, I think you're a hero if you work in London. Right, I'm going now. Have a good evening. Stay up as late as you like. I don't care. I won't be on my phone anymore. Doubt it. Need to make a point of talking, because me and my girlfriend, same like everybody, we're on our phone too much. We need to definitely talk more. Everybody does it. I don't know why. The phone's become, I think the phone is great, but I think it's subtracting from us. It's subtracting us. It's not adding to us, it's subtracting us. And I'm as guilty as everyone. I'm as guilty. You lot are watching me and I'm doing this. I'm going, we are mad. Maybe we need to limit our time. Maybe we need to say, right, that's it. We're only going to do this amount of time and we're out of here. But we do it. I like taking pictures. We go somewhere. Say we go to a restaurant. I like, as I walk up to the restaurant, I take a picture outside. And then if I remember, when my food comes, I take a picture of it. Not to put on Facebook. It's for my Google review. That is it. My dessert comes. Sometimes I think I've done one and I'd eaten it and I went, I didn't take a picture. So what I've done in my review, I put the food was so good I couldn't wait to eat it. I couldn't wait to eat it. So unfortunately there's no picture of my burger, but take it from me, the burger was pucker and the sticky toffee pudding was delicious. So right, let's turn these off. See you later, you lot. Have a good evening and I will catch you all later. Lewis, my Lewis Theroux's dad. 500 grand if you guess the right answer. Oh dear, it's gone. See you later. What's that? September. Oh. Right, I'm off. Larry? No, it's Barry.